Here.
We know yours, Wendy. Yeah.
What other characters do you do, like other than FMA or FMA, just like in general? What other things do you do?
Well, that's the one I'm best known for. I was Amic in Blue Gender. I played Baba on Dragon Ball Z for a little while. I was the mother in Fruits Basket, Kyo's mother. I was Mikuro in Yu Hakusho. Saga in Negama. I don't know, I can't.
Crazy girl.
Little one. Oh gosh, Gildy.
I remember.
Gildy. I play a lot of things that don't have flaps that are ethereal.
Yes.
I like the mothership, really.
We need an ethereal voice. Wendy.
It's so funny. I do feel that way, man. Are any of you watching D. Gray Man? Woo! Yeah, awesome. I'm lost in that. Alan Walker.
Yes.
Yeah, so upset.
And I'm a mean, grumpy.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
I like that show.
I'm kind of.
I do too.
I'm a big Thor.
My favorite this year was Irene in Claymore. And I love that. 'Cause that's like so Obi-Wan Kenobi crazy. Love it. Love it.
My friend is like obsessed with Irene and Claire.
Yeah, it's just fun. I love the whole Claire relationship.
Yes, you have a question?
This is a request from my friend Brett. Can you and your Maury voice say something to our fangirls?
Say it to Honey.
Say something to Honey.
You must do
Is
it.
this from Oron?
I guess so.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait.
Honey, no more cake. It'll give you a cavity. I guess so. I said about 13 words in that show, so that's the best I got. Any other questions? Come on. Reach deep into your minds. Yes.
So are you advertised by Pop-Tart?
We're sponsored by Pop-Tart, actually. Pop-Tart, strawberry.
That was the breakfast they offered us.
Nice. Yes, honey, in the back wall. It's been out probably close to a year, right?
What's that?
2 box sets.
There's nothing there.
You have to like voyage to a
Miss Vi has it.
Yes, I'm gonna do.
And I was wondering how you got started as voice actors.
Which one are all?
I made a deal with the devil, and
Thanks, Wendy. Everybody. I was like,
What?
Random girl strikes again. Sorry.
I know. I'm random.
yeah, sure. I was in college actually, and I was with a bunch of my nerdy frat bros, and we happened to flip one channel past like ESPN, and there was this show with all these muscle-bound, spiky, blonde-haired guys yelling and blowing things up when they got mad, and it was Dragon Ball Z. And we were a bunch of tools, and so we're like, whoa, what is this, man? This is awesome. So we proceeded to skip class for like a couple weeks and watch Dragon Ball Z at like 4:30 every afternoon on Toonami. Big guy. And then as the credits rolled, one day I saw Laura Bailey's name go up in the credits, and I had the same agent as her in Dallas, so I proceeded to freak out, call my agent, get her number, and go, what are you doing on my favorite show? She's like, oh, I record over Funimation, so I proceeded to hassle her for 3 years. Well, maybe 2. To get me an audition over there, which she never did. And finally, Mike McFarlane, after I did an independent film with him in Dallas, got me in the read for Yu Yu Hakusho, and that is how I started voice acting.
Stalking your way to fame and fortune.
Yes! Literally, I can tell you the furniture layout of each one of their houses. At 2 a.m. in the morning.
I was probably 8 or 9 years old watching Looney Tunes, and when my dad said, you know, one guy voiced all those characters, I said, I want his job. I've always wanted to voice animated stuff, so here I am. Yay.
you guys know this person, I'm sure. Cynthia Krantz played the role of Chi-Chi on Dragon Ball Z, and she's also Mitzi on Shin Chan, which is my favorite show.
I know, I love Shin.
She's also my best friend, and we were in a play together many years ago. And I played, it's called You Can't Take It With You. I played this really bad ballerina called named Essie. And anyway, we were in a show together. The show closes down, and she called a few days later and said that they were looking for lower voiced women up at Funimation, and for me to come in for an audition. And the first part I read for was Amic and Blue Gender for Chris Abbott. So it was same as Travis. It's kind of just knowing somebody that's already doing it, and that's how that all.
And then going in and not sucking.
Well, that's what he says. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah.
Too easy.
Scott, why do I talk?
I started a long, long time ago. Just far away, a mystical, magical place called Canada.
Dragon Tooth. I want some Dragon Tooth.
I got very lucky 20 some odd years ago because there was no voiceover industry in Vancouver. I had, I've said it a million times, but I'm doing for a living what I used to get kicked out of school for, you know. People think, nobody's ever going to want to hear you. Go say a little voice into yours, honey. Who's driving a Corvette now? Me. I had trained full-time, I got theaters for years. I had studied Shakespeare and Moliere. I was going to be a profound stage actor that changed the world, which means I was an unemployed actor for a while. And I literally stumbled into it. I had gone in for a radio commercial, because I thought, well, do all this stuff, I could. And I met a guy named Doug Parker at this thing, and I started shooting characters out of my ears, and he was like, wow, I wish I'd met you like a week ago, and I was like, okay, thanks, why? He said, well, I just finished doing some casting on G.I. Joe, and I'm like, yeah, right, like what, the cartoon? Oh. So I went, really? He's like, yeah, we're trying to do this thing. So I went in, first thing, well, I won't mention the series, or the psychotic director who lives in L.A. You may know him. The first show I auditioned for was a three-way series. I went, wow, that was the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to me in life. I will never do that again. That's the next one. Then they said, look, we need to bring you for this thing, and I started, I guess, 1988. I did a series called The New Adventures of He-Man. I've done 2 He-Man series.
He's Wolverine.
Don't make me.
That still makes me excited. He's Wolverine.
He's Wolverine! Help me down, Care Bears! Which is true, I am not kidding you. But I started with The New Adventures of He-Man. By stumbling into it, I've now, 20 years later, I figure I've done well over 9,000 episodes of various characters. All from one of those sort of saying the right thing at the right time, in the right place, to the right person, in the right context, and there was this universal convergence. And I don't know, I got lucky.
On Jenny. We all slept our windows.
Lady in Hat.